Today I'll be interviewing my good friend Sean, a senior at UB. Sean, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
So I was wondering if you could tell me a story about the last time you faced a problem with not having a professional, quiet setting to get work done.
So I actually faced this problem a lot last year. I lived with four other people and they were kind of loud a lot of times. I also didn't have a car and I lived far away from school, so it was hard to get to the library. And I had to find times when either people weren't going to be home or I would just text them and say, hey, I have some work to do. And they were usually respectful of that. So, I mean, I did have to put in a little bit of work, but it wasn't anything crazy.
That makes sense. So what would you say was the hardest part about that situation?
Probably not having a car and being able to go to campus and just go to the library.
That makes a lot of sense. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in today's era, I understand that you've got your own place now and things are a lot quieter and you can do things when you want them. But if that situation were to come about now and libraries were closed and you do have a car, what would you say would what would you say would be so difficult about that? Like, what would you do to solve that situation?
I guess in that situation, the only thing I can do is just have good communication with whoever I'm living with and just tell them to quiet it down. Because if there's no library and if I have a loud roommate, then there's really nothing I can do. Like, unless I want to go to my car or something, but there's no connection out there. And everything's so like internet oriented, so it'd be hard to do anything anywhere except here or on campus because nowhere's open.
That makes a lot of sense. So
like, just going back to communication, just talking to them and telling them just, hey, I got work to do. I'm being quiet for a little bit.
So what would you say was the hardest part about living with other people and trying to get work done? Was it the communication? Was it the constant, there's always something going on? What was it?
Yeah, part of that, everyone has different schedules. They got work in the morning. Some people have work in the afternoon. So other people want to relax in the morning while other people are doing work. It just, that conflict right there kind of is a breeding ground for problems. But we got to figure it out, just got to communicate.
So with that situation being said, so what would you do in the future to go about solving a situation like that if it were to come about again? Would it be best for you to try and come up with a schedule with everybody? Would it be best if you were to be able to just leave and go to another place on your own? Would it be like not leaving your house per se and moving out, but finding a different solution of a different place to work?
Gotcha. I think the best thing to do, which we kind of did unofficially, but it was kind of an unsaid thing, is that we did have a schedule. And this kind of formulated after a while, people being frustrated that they couldn't work because it was too loud. Eventually, we just didn't be as loud during the day and just kind of told each other that, hey, I got some work to do. Would you mind keeping it down? Whether to just like shoot a text, just go over to the room and let them know. So yeah, I would definitely in the future, I would just go with the option of like creating a schedule, just letting people know like we got to work at these times, and then after that we can watch TV, hang out, listen to music, whatever. I think that would be the most effective thing to do.
Awesome. Well, that makes a lot of sense. And Sean, I really appreciate you talking to me today.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for having me on. I feel honored.
Absolutely. Thank you.